what's happening, y'all? Well, Saturday overtime today. I'm headed home. Yeah, I like the money I make on overtime, but it's kind of a drag having to get up early on a Saturday morning when I should be sleeping in until about 8 o'clock or so, and then fixing myself some eggs and bacons, cooking the fresh stuff. So top of the day to you. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm on my way home. Figured I'd do a little video. Not a lot's happened since my last video. Just, a couple of work days, a little frustration. That's nothing new where I work. Anyway. I still haven't finished my coffee. I had to do some paperwork this morning. Some other stuff. I've got this program. It's like a income, and it's you have to go on there to do lessons and stuff. I had to go to the GMC website and do some class on EV vehicles, electric vehicles. Now, the shop that I work in, we don't do EVs, or at least we haven't yet. We probably will eventually, but they need at least one person certified. But fortunate enough for me, I'm going to be one of 2 people certified. So I had to go in there and do some work this morning. I got about halfway through it. It wouldn't let me continue anymore. So I had to write an email to find out if there was like a test or something that I had to do. So I got a response back that yes, there is a test I have to do on there. But I don't know. I guess I need to start it over maybe. Anyway. GM's kind of funny about their stuff on their website. Like I can access I guess it would be like a GM portal where it has like a lot of different things. You can look up PDIs, which are pre-delivery inspection sheets. You can look up recalls. You can see, order parts, look at parts. It's just a regular like service website for the GM products anyway. But that's also where all the technicians go to do their classes, online classes and all that stuff. So I had to do one of those this morning. Then I had some paperwork I had to do for my job, which isn't the most attractive thing to do in the world, but it's got to be done. Might as well do it. Anyway, what we got going on up here? Look at this. Oh well, you can't. Something going on up here. Wow. What is that? Anyway, I don't know what that was all about. A bunch of people on top of the overpass on both sides. Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, just headed home, doing my thing on a Saturday. I guess probably the rest of the day I'm going to watch football. The UFL, which is it's a United Football League, which is the XFL and the USFL combined. They've got 8 teams. It's a spring league football. So I'll be watching football today, and then tomorrow the St. Louis Battlehawks, which is the St. Louis, Missouri team, is playing. I'm going to that game. I got season tickets again this year, so that ought to be pretty exciting. They got us a new turf in our stadium this year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. They spent like $1.5 million or something like that. And then there's a lot of other stuff that's on it. You know, they got like LED lighting and all that stuff on it or something. I don't know. It's having to do with graphics. There was a program about it yesterday, but I haven't watched it yet. I'll probably do that at some point today as well. It's a little overcast and breezy and cool today. I don't know, I guess the temperature's probably 45 to 50 degrees or something like that outside, but there's a slight breeze, so it makes it kind of chilly. You guys can see I'm wearing a hoodie today. All right, so anyway, I'm going to stop here in a few minutes to get some gas. Gas prices are sucking at this point. It's a good thing I belong to the Costco though. Costco's got it about 10 or 15 cents cheaper a gallon than you know, your regular gas stations. Plus, the one that I go to is in St. Charles County. Things on this side of the river are a little cheaper than they are, you know, over in the St. Louis area, St. Louis County. That was a good song. Yeah. LA Guns. Ain't it a shame what happened to Jane? Yeah, what an awesome song. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't realize until this morning that my gas meter was getting low. I usually fill up once a week. I've got two different cars I drive. The one I've been driving lately is my 2008 Chevy Trailblazer 4x4. It's got a great big old 6-cylinder in it. It's not as good as on gas as my 25 Equinox. You know, 25 Equinox has only got a 4-cylinder in it, so it's a lot better on gas. But you know, I'm out here doing my thing today. I was wanting to go do some stuff in my building, get my lawnmower situated, but it's been raining the last few days, so even if I went out, you know, tried to mow, that'd be kind of useless. Plus, I got to do some work on my lawnmower. I'm waiting for a carburetor for my lawnmower. It's got one of those siphon things on it, you know, that prime the carburetor or prime the cylinder so that it'll start right. And there's a little ball inside that's held in by like a plastic cap, and that cap, I guess, you know, with the fuel going through it, it's just wore that little cap out. And gas isn't good on rubber and plastic, so I had to order a new carburetor for it. But luckily enough for me, I'm, you know, pretty mechanically inclined. Oh boy, there's a freaking line at the gas station, isn't this wonderful? Anyway, so I'm pretty mechanically inclined. So I was gonna do some work on my lawnmower today, but I think it's just a little too chilly, and I'd rather be inside in the heat anyway, to be honest with you. I hear tomorrow is supposed to be kind of chilly and overcast too, and that really sucks because, you know, I'm getting this new jersey in the mail from the Battlehawks. It's a game-worn jersey, and I'm probably gonna end up having to wear a hoodie under it. I don't like wearing hoodies under football jerseys. Hockey jerseys, not so much. That's not so bad, but I don't like wearing hoodies under football jerseys. It's just a preference, but I guess I will if I need to. Anyway, so it's pretty busy here at the gas station today. I guess everybody's anticipating some high gas prices or something. I don't know. Well, anyway, what are you guys up to today? What's going on out there in the world? Anything neat and new? Got any comments? Put them down below there. Yep. So I've got my two viewers. I wonder if you're the same two viewers that watch all my videos and hang out with me every day. or every time I do a video. So we got some guys in from out of town. They're up here from Dallas, Fort Worth area, Texas. And one of them's a real big music lover. I was talking to him about some of the stuff I listen to at work. Here recently, I've gotten into like a lot of the heavy metal instrumentals, with no vocals at all. A lot of that stuff's pretty good. I enjoy listening to it. It's kind of relaxing. I know that sounds kind of odd that, heavy metal would be relaxing, but it is for me anyway. But I usually just put it on YouTube and let it do its thing. I put it on play and let it play whatever it's going to play. And most of the stuff I listen to is, an hour or two long. Unless it's like a collection of stuff. Excuse me. Working class. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you get up at 10 minutes to 5 on a Saturday to work. Anyway. But no, I usually just, here lately, I've been into this, it's heavy metal guitar, and it's all really good, really well arranged. And I just, like I said, I just let it play. I put it on and it plays what it wants to. So it's good stuff anyway. All right, well, you guys give me about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Well, maybe not that long. However long it takes going to take to fill up my truck here. I'm going to go get some gas. I'll be right back. You guys hang out, wait. And got any questions, comments, answers, put them down there at the bottom. I'll be right back. It is chilly out there today. Good God Almighty. Fucking wind's blowing. Woo! I don't know if you guys were in here earlier. Any of you? It's like 40 degrees out today. Wind's blowing. Woo! Chilly. Had to stop and get gas. I was at Costco, y'all. Soul Trailblazer. It stays thirsty a lot. I try and fill it up at least once a week, and full tank of gas will usually get me back and forth for a week or so. I drive about 23 miles one way to work every day. I've been doing that for damn near 10 years now. I should have bought a house closer to where I work, but I never anticipated working that far out either. Hey Ashley, you still there? Give me a thumbs up if you are, or something. Like it. I'm just driving home. Anyway, so it's like I said, it's really chilly out today. Wow, man, cold. We've been having nice weather up until the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. It's been, well, I don't know. Let's see. Tuesday was nice. Tuesday it was up in like the 60s. And then Wednesday it got cold again. And it's been kind of cold. And here the last couple, 3 days it's been raining a lot. But, you know, that's normal spring weather. And stuff like that. So today, I don't know, it's supposed to be cold again tomorrow too. Like I was saying, I'm going to the football game tomorrow in St. Louis, and it's supposed to be 76 degrees in South Carolina. Isn't that nice? Yeah, lucky you. It's like 40 something here. I don't have my temperature thing on, so I can't tell, but it's cold. Yeah, I bet it is. I miss the days when, you know, I could wear a t-shirt in freaking March and April. It's the big thing about moving here. I sacrificed the nice weather when I moved here. You know, we got a totally different weather pattern than they do, say, on the East Coast. It's totally different. But I live in Missouri, so if you want to know what the weather's going to be like, you can just wait 5 minutes. That's the going joke. Let's see here. Gas. Let's reset my tripometer here. Anyway. Like it's going to be a day inside today. I'm not going to get anything done that I wanted to get done. I was thinking about, not only was I going to work on my lawnmower today, but I was going to install my camera in my old Trailblazer. And my horn, I got for Christmas, I got one of those train horns, you know, the really loud ones. And I was going to install it today. My better half son was going to come over and help me with it. I don't even know if he's coming over today or not now. And it's, you know, because of the weather and everything. But he may or may not. I don't know. I might go to Horizon Worlds on my VR today, virtual reality. I got one of those mask things, you know, virtual reality. All right, I'll tell Jake you said hello. I don't know, I find it kind of boring here lately. There's not been like a lot of people on. Of course, I haven't been getting on much either. But I got my own reasons for that. Just, I got in trouble, got reprimanded last week on Horizon Worlds. Meta decided to send me a nasty gram, told me that I have restrictions now for a year. Well, I don't know what kind of restrictions I have because I can pretty much do everything I was doing before. But I guess I just got a slap on the wrist this time. Next time they'll probably cut me off on something, I don't know. But I was exploring a place where you can, it's not real of course because it's virtual reality, but I went to see the Northern Lights and it was really cool, and there was this kid in there that kept trying to talk to me, and I was like, hey dude, I mean he was a young kid, and, you know, I'm one to tell kids, you know, when they're in places like that, don't talk to adults. That's not, you know, you shouldn't be talking to adults. There's a lot of weird people out there. And he started getting mouthy and stuff with me, and I told him it was for his own good, of course. But he finally left the world, and then I went to a different world. He followed me. I guess he could see where I was, and he followed me to the next world, but he brought another kid with him. And they wouldn't leave me alone, you know, let me do my thing. I kept telling them, look kids, y'all need to go on now, you know, go talk to somebody else. I'm not interested in talking to you. Well, I called one of them a little shit, and I guess because I called him a little shit, they got upset with, Meta got upset with me because I don't conform to their community standards. But is that their community standards or is that my community standards? See, that's what's not, it's like a fine line, you know. But I guess if, you know, if I want to use their service or whatever, I got to behave myself like a good boy. Fuck, whatever. Anyway. All right, here, look, up on the overpass. There's a bunch of people standing up on the overpass today. I don't know what this is all about. There they are. That's crazy. Got American flags and all kinds of shit. What does it say? No Doge. Fuck that. A bunch of Democrats up on the overpass today with their no Doge signs. That's the psychos that think that Trump and Elon Musk are stealing their identity stuff. Please. Anyway, I'm gonna stay away from politics, but that's what I feel about it, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. But that's the second overpass that I've seen on my way home today. So apparently somebody has arranged it. But I forgot where I was before that. Oh yeah, so I called this kid a little shit. Well, I got a notification from Meta, so I guess I'm gonna have to behave. Yay. You know, I am well over 21, and I got a Constitution of the United States that says that I can say what I want to whom I want, wherever I want, anytime I want. But they were going to try and control me, I guess. That's all right. Anyway. We'll take you guys across the Missouri River Bridge real quick. This is the Missouri River Bridge. We'll see it coming up here in a second. Shit. There we go. I cross this river twice a day to get from my house to work. I don't have the camera straight, so it's going to be kind of hard. It's kind of weird riding sideways, but it's a pretty neat bridge anyway. Yeah, I don't like doing politics, actually. It's politics and religion. I stay away from those two subjects a lot, because those two subjects will destroy a relationship, a friendship, a family faster than anything else in the world. You know, when people can't see eye to eye and they decide to let that be the deciding factor, you know, that they base their relationship on. you know, it's not, I don't know, it's just not ethical. But you know, a lot of people have done it ever since 2008. The United States of America has just gone to shit pretty much as far as, you know, society goes anyway. I don't know why we just can't agree to disagree and everybody just get along and everybody will be just fine. Live your life and don't worry about the dumb shit. That's what I say. So we've got a lot of flooding that happened around this area. Like I said, it's been raining quite a bit the last few days. And I was seeing a bunch of posts like on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of the flooding. Most of the flooding is like south and west of where I am, or where I live. We don't live in a perfect world, never have really. Well, that's true. But, you know, it's a lot better. Prior to 2008, the human relations or the society was a lot better, you know, lived. But it seems like mental illness has taken over. But once again, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, so I'm seeing a lot of pictures and stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter about a lot of the flooding going on in the areas. We've had some tornadoes touch down, not near me, but, you know, within 100 miles anyway. So that's been delightful. But, I mean, I guess I should expect that. I live right in the middle of the freaking Tornado Alley, you know, like from here to Kansas City. There's a lot of crosswinds get in there. There's a lot of tornadoes this time of year. Luckily, I've never had to live through one. They've come close. I think it was 2012, I believe. There was tornadoes that touched down, went across the highway within just a couple of miles of my house, tore up a bunch of stuff, and then they went, the tornado went across the airport. That was pretty wild. So I saw a lot of that damage from that. Something's on fire. It smells. Something in the air smells. There's fire trucks going back the other way. Anyway. So just living another day in paradise. But I like to work on Saturdays, and, you know, on traffic, there's not much traffic on Saturdays. You know, because everybody's at home and doing their thing, and they're at shopping malls or, you know, stuff like that, watching TV or standing on overpasses. That seems to be a big thing right now, standing on overpasses. But I've never seen that many people turn out for, you know, things that are pro-American. It seems like the bigger crowds. God, I don't want to get into that. Anyway, I'll tell you the busiest I've ever seen the overpasses is there was one of the 13 Marines that got killed over in, well, there was like 12 Marines, or no, 10 Marines, 1 Navy, and 2 Army or something like that maybe, over in Afghanistan. You know, we had that debacle, the pullout over there. I rode with the Patriot Guard that day to take this kid to Jefferson Barracks from the airport. Jefferson Barracks is a military cemetery, and it's about a 25-mile trip, maybe a little longer, maybe a 35 miles. But anyway, there were people lined up on the interstate, on both interstates we took in the highway, on both sides, all the way there. Every overpass was full. I mean, you know, it was unbelievable. I bet you there was probably 250,000 people between, you know, in that time frame, or, you know, in that area between the airport and Jefferson Barracks. I'd never seen anything like it. I'm really glad I took part in that too, because you never see things like that anymore. You know, that's what America's about. That's what, you that's the togetherness that I'm talking about. When something bad like that happens, and people come out to support our troops. That makes a difference, a big difference. Wildfires too, I've heard about a lot of them. Yeah, there's wildfires in North Carolina right now. I know in the western North Carolina. Those people just had those floods up there back in 6 months ago. I think it was late September or something like that. Hurricane Helene or whatever it was went through part of the Appalachian Mountains up there. It is bad enough those people have to deal with that, and then here we are 6 months later, and they're now dealing with wildfires. Wow, But a lot of the stuff that's burning is a lot of the dead trees and things that were knocked down during the hurricanes that weren't cleaned up properly, or hadn't been disposed of yet. So it's really no wonder that that's going on up there right now. But it's a horrible thing, and a lot of those people have been displaced, and they've probably got temporary housing now, and no thanks to FEMA, but it's really bad. The people had to leave their homes that their families had passed down to them and things like that, because they were just not livable anymore. And now you got a situation where things are burning. Some of these people that maybe have tried to put their houses back together or started construction, now their houses are burning. It's pretty bad. That's right, Hurricane Helene, Ashley. But hopefully things will get better. I'm hoping maybe some of this rain that we've had here the last couple of days will head that way. It usually does. Excuse me. Man, my little restaurant here is all full today. We got a cool little place down the street from my house. It's called the Sweet Spot, and it's owned by some Palestinian folks that they own a little restaurant here, and then they own a convenience store across the street. But I'm telling you right now that these are the best donuts in the area. Better than Krispy Kreme, that's for sure. I don't know what kind of recipe the Palestinian people use, but that's some good stuff anyway. But they got just a simple menu. Usually I eat a gyro, like a house gyro, and a baba ganoush, which is like baba ganoush is kind of like it's like a dip that they use bread, like garlic bread, and it's got like garlic butter on it, and it's kind of like a chip dip almost, and it's really good. I get it every time I go there. It's called baba ganoush. If you guys ever want to try it, find you a Greek or Palestinian restaurant to go to, and they'll have it, I'm sure. Good stuff. But I like the gyros too. They've got they put I guess like ricotta cheese and lettuce and mater and stuff like that in there, and they're pretty tasty, and you get a lot for your money too anyway. It's called the Sweet Spot, and there's only one of them around here. It's a shame that they don't have these all over the place, because it's that good. But man, what a trip. Anyway, so I'm almost home. I say I got 5 viewers and 1 thumbs up. Man, I really like that 1 thumbs up. I've had probably 12 or 15 people stop in and see me, and a little neighbor lady. Hi, neighbor lady. She's out walking her dog and getting exercise. Damn, if I'd be out here walking around this weather today. Not me. I'm gonna go in the house and relax and enjoy the heat. Yeah. All right. So I'm home, folks. So I guess I'm gonna cut this thing off. I'll do another video some other time. I may do one tomorrow. I'll probably be on tomorrow for sure, because, but I'm not really sure about how the reception's going to be. But I'll definitely do a video, at least maybe walking to the stadium from the parking lot. There's a lot of stuff happening at the football games. You know, people, they dress up, and there's all kinds of stuff going on usually. On my end, it says you have 2 likes. Well, I only see 1 like here, unfortunate enough for me. I don't think I've got enough, you know, like followers or something yet. I'm up to 479. My goal is 500 at this point. So if you 5 people, I know, well, at least one of you is already following me. Tell Dean I said hello too, please. Okay, I will. Anyway, I'm going to run, folks, but you guys have a great day. It's going to be nice. Maybe next week it'll be nice out, and I can get out and do something. I need to cut my yard. It's got all these little purple flowers in it. I don't know where all these flowers come from. I guess I got birds that live like in the roof of my house. They get up through the gutters and in between, you know, like where the roof comes down and the shingles and the wood and stuff. And they go up inside. I need to throw a bunch of mothballs up there, I guess, and get rid of them. But anyway, all right. I've chatted enough. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again some other time. All right, peace.